The Country Underdog Podcast.
Welcome back to the Country Underdog Podcast. This is our first one in a while, and we're off to a great start as Lorenzo broke the microphone.
That was cold beer.
Dang. Oh, it broke. You just did that. You broke it. You broke it, man.
It didn't break until you got here.
No, you just moved it and it broke.
Well, you get to fucking hold it now.
Yo,
Are you recording it?
I'm here every night.
I didn't stop the recording.
It's not going to go back on.
Fuck.
It's not going to go back on.
Fornication.
Hey, hand me one of my beers.
If you can't hear the refreshment, it is currently
Thank you.
107 outside with a humidity of 120. It did rain this morning. I slept in, but it was nice. It was nice. I actually enjoyed sleeping in.
What's the actual humidity?
It's
57.
57.
so what's the
shoot.
temperature?
88.
So it's 88 with a.
Humidity of 57.
There you go.
Yeah, humidity.
So what's the felt, like the heat index? Is it like 92?
Let's see.
Like what does it feel like?
Feels like 93.
Oh, it feels like 93. That's close. So 93, nice cool day here, summer Texas. It's been a pretty chill summer so far. I hope I don't jinx it by saying that.
What are you, a weatherman?
I work outside and inside, so I do not enjoy extremes. So the less I have to sweat when I go in the hospital and see the cute nurses, the better.
Yeah, so if y'all don't know, Lorenzo's also a paramedic. He saves lives and shit.
No, I've taken more lives than I've saved, to be honest. I'm just kidding. Don't. No, but yes, I did just move out here to East Texas, to Tyler. Moved yesterday, and I start my new job tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes.
He came to reunite with Daddy.
I think I'm daddy.
Nah, but
I'm gonna say every time I take a sip of this beer because it's refreshing.
yeah, Michelob Ultra, not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Please sponsor us. We'd like free beer. Just a 30-pack every week.
Yeah. So, how long's it been since we've been together?
It's been a hot minute. Last time we were at your grandpa's lake, or in Lake Fork.
Was
when,
that?
when you graduated?
Oh,
Was that the last time?
yeah, that was like mid-COVID.
Yeah,
Act
like
it's over.
we kissed and made sure our antibodies were out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. We
I like to kiss. I had COVID back in November, but I like to keep my antibodies up by kissing all my COVID patients. Just keeps his antibodies up. It's better than the vaccine. TBH. I'm not a lawyer. Please don't take my medical advice. Refreshing.
So yeah, this is supposed to be about music.
Yeah, speaking of new music, we got some new music. Cody Johnson just released 2 new songs yesterday or 2 days ago? Friday. Yeah, 2 days ago.
I'm not good at math.
So, 2 days ago, and they were really good. I have always been a huge Cody Johnson fan. Not as much as I used to be. I used to be borderline gay for him. But I still love me some Cody Johnson,
You used to be the only one in at his concerts, just front row.
Yeah, like
topless.
Yeah, just throwing my bra up there, asking for it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. COVID's kind of got everything out of whack. I used to love looking forward to going concerts, and I haven't been to one probably a year and a half maybe. And I ended up missing the Cody Johnson show in Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I wasn't looking for a concert to go to because I was so used to not going to concerts
I
anymore.
know. I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah. So those of you out there, please go to concerts, support your artist. Buy their music, listen to their music, all those things.
I mean, for sure. I mean, that's one thing I've always tried to do is support all these artists. But I mean, you're right. The whole COVID thing really got you used to not going and doing things.
Right. I found out about the concert last minute, the day of. I was like, oh damn, I didn't make arrangements to go. I had work the next day. I was like, I would have called off work the next day or found somebody to cover me or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I think the last concert I went to was
The last concert?
it was Pecos on the rooftops.
That's the last concert I went to with you, with Preston. Oh, you went to another one.
Yeah. I went to one in Tyler.
Yeah, the last one I went to was in Terrell with Colby Cooper and Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Colby Cooper, he's got a new song out.
Excuses.
Excuses.
Can you sing a little bit of that?
Excuses. Sorry. Sorry, guys. You didn't come here for me to sing. But, yeah, I mean, another breakup song banger by Colby Cooper. And this dude's happily married with children.
Yeah, dude, I've always found that so weird. Is that he
who's
puts out all these breakup songs and he's married.
Who's breaking this man's heart? He just must have some hidden just pain that he's, or either he's just ungodly talented at writing these breakup songs, or he's just got some hidden pain deep down inside. Him and his Air Force Ones.
Well, breakup songs seem to be a staple in country music. It's it's just one of those.
True, but at the same time, you listen to these breakup songs on the radio, and they're super standard. There's no real feelings behind it. There's no real stories. Absolutely. It's just standard. Oh yeah, she hurt. You broke my heart. Fuck you, bitch. Are you gonna sing it?
Fuck you, bitch.
You broke my heart. So this, I mean, we of course we love Willie Walker Jr., but the stuff on the radio ain't the stuff Colby Cooper writing. You would think he'd run out of things to write on breakup songs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think I heard, because I follow him on Instagram. I was watching one of his Instagram stories. I think he derived the lyrics from one of his bandmates, his guitarist or something. Said he recently broke up with this girl and talking about the excuses she was giving him because of it.
Okay.
And so I think he got those feelings from that. Yeah, I mean, another great song. I'm a big fan of his. I discovered him. This girl I used to talk to, well, I talk to her now still, but she introduced me to him, and her and I went to my first Colby Cooper concert.
Mm-hmm.
Real small, theater in Haltom City, suburb of Fort Worth, Texas.
Yep.
It was weird. It was free cover for 21 and up, and now he's one of the big guys.
Did you see Parker McCollum's tweet?
No, which one? I'm not on Twitter too much no more.
Yeah, I know. Because you're supposed to be running our Twitter, and where's it been?
Sadness.
Well, Parker tweeted, "I'm a Morgan Wallen fan, dog. That boy got the juice, no doubt."
That boy got the sauce. You know the difference between the juice and the sauce is?
What's the difference?
So, you ever had juice in your fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got an expiration date. It goes bad, right?
Uh-huh.
You ever had barbecue sauce in your fridge?
Yeah.
You don't know how old that damn thing is. It's still good, though.
That is so true, dude.
Yeah.
I think I got a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's that's been in there for some time.
Yeah, so...
And I'm sure I would still use it.
I would say, I think that's pretty good representation.
I probably wouldn't drink juice after a week being in the fridge.
I don't know, maybe a month. A week is... I think yeah. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good representation of between the juice and the sauce. I'm a very big... okay, I take that back. I'm a Morgan Wallen fan because I like half of his music. The other half is, didn't really work hard on it, but the other half I love. I absolutely love.
I think he's by far the best mainstream artist.
I can get behind that. Yeah. Did you see Speaking of mainstream.
But anyways, I didn't finish my story.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Morgan Wallen tweeted back at him and was like, "We must have grown up drinking the same bottle, cuz."
Yeah.
But then everyone started like replying like, "Yo, y'all do a collaboration song. Y'all need to get together." Like all that kind of stuff. Can you see that happening?
I would love to see that. I mean, freaking Morgan Wallen and Parker McCollum. Didn't Parker McCollum just sign like a national record deal?
I don't know who he's with. I don't know if it's
but
Warner
he
Music
did- yeah.
Nashville. Or,
I think it's Warner. I want to say, don't quote us on that.
no. Cody Johnson's with Warner Music Nashville,
Uh,
or he has a distribution deal. With
yeah,
them.
Cody Johnson is signed. Kobe Cooper is now signed. Parker McCollum's now signed. Morgan Wallen's from Nashville.
Yeah. Coetzel.
Wetzel's been
course.
signed. But so the biggest problem, as you know, has been signing with big places like that, and then your music gets written by other people, and you're playing what's catchy.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about Cody Johnson. Is that he had a first of his kind deal. He gets to play all the same small shows that he's used to. He gets to do whatever he wants. They just handle the marketing and the distribution of the music. And he's taken 2 years to release a new album. Before that, it was every year.
Yeah.
But this one's going to be a double album.
But
And all of his songs still have the same Cody Johnson quality so far.
they're still Cody Johnson. He's grown. You can definitely tell. Like,
Yeah.
if you ever go back and listen to like his early albums, you can tell he hasn't grown into his voice yet, but he's still really
Right.
good.
And that those were probably recorded in his garage or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I love that I can go see Cody Johnson for around $20,
Mm-hmm.
$20-$30. I remember the first time I went to go see him. I was in college. It was $8, and he was opening up for somebody in Lubbock. It was what was that place? Wild West.
Good old Wild West.
Yeah, that place is closed down now. I think it's a gay bar. I'm just
No, it's a
kidding.
Tejano bar.
Oh, it's Tejano Bar. But yeah, that place, the first year we went to go see him, he was opening up for somebody. I couldn't even tell you who he's opening up for. But the next year, the line was wrapped around the building.
Oh, dude, everyone's like,
Like literally the next year. It wasn't like a couple years later. Literally the next year, the line was wrapped around the building. And he said, I'm going to wait till people get inside before we start. Because it was just taking them forever.
thank you.
Do some ASMR.
I'm just
Pop-
kidding.
Pop
Hot
the,
take.
Pop the top.
Ooh.
Cold beer calling my name.
Hot take. You ready?
Okay.
Cold take, whatever. Cody Johnson is today's George Strait.
100%. I've been saying that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, y'all have never heard me say that.
No,
To me,
I feel like we said that when we were out in West Texas
yeah.
together.
I mean,
Like
freaking-
4 years ago.
I think he's one of the best independent / signed guys. He's
Well, I listened to this. It was read an article, all this kind of stuff the other day. Basically, it was talking about the typical route of songwriters. Typical route of songwriters is you move to Nashville, you start playing, you try and get a record deal, sign with the publishing agency, whatever. You start writing songs, and you get a hit, and then you start touring and trying to build a fan base and all that kind of stuff.
You make one catchy album that has one radio bop that's just been played.
Yeah, exactly. Radio is a key player because radio, like all the country radio stations, are mainly owned by the same corporation. So they have all of this power, and they don't want to play something unless it's not a hit. But at the same time, nothing can become a national hit unless they play it.
Unless they get radio time.
But basically, so that was the typical way of doing everything, and Cody Johnson has, and Aaron Watson and all those other guys have started to challenge that. Is that they already have a fan base,
So
and then they go to Nashville. Nashville wants to be a part of it, but they don't know how to deal with an artist like Cody Johnson, who already knows who he is, who already has a fan base.
Yeah, they're used
because
to making the person.
they're used to making the person, not having to accept what a person already is. And
Retweet,
they're used to having all of the power.
favorite, like, whatever you want to do. Yeah, I agree. Aaron Watson, it's funny you bring him up. He's like the true underdog, because he's been making music for years. And like now he's big, but yeah, I mean most people don't understand how big he actually, like how good he actually was until now. He's still making the same great music he's making back in the day. And he's got, how many albums is he on?
I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Aaron Watson right there. Let's count them.
Thank you, man.
All right. His first album came out in 2003. It was called Shut Up and Dance. Since then, he
Banger.
has released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 albums
All bangers.
since 2003.
I think what would you say the first album that like really hit big? This one right here?
Well, from Shut Up and Dance, Off the Record, and Lonely Lubbock Lights.
Bangers. If y'all haven't heard them, listen to them.
Every time we used to go and drive into Lubbock,
Bruh.
we would play Lonely Lubbock Lights,
And
leaving and going there.
Shut Up and Dance was another great one. A great waltzing song. If any of y'all know how to dance, waltz with your girl to Shut Up and Dance. Of course, Lonely Lubbock Lights, awesome. I think this one,
The Honky Tonk Kid,
the clown one.
Reckless, is a big one from
That is
this album.
yeah.
Live at the Texas Hall of Fame.
This one.
Which one? Oh,
The clown one.
well, the Underdog.
Yeah, the Underdog. I
Well,
think that was the first time he was actually really big.
Well, that was the first ever independently released #1 album on iTunes.
Yeah, so that
And
came
Billboard
out
and
in
all that kind of stuff.
2015? 15 years.
2015.
Yeah. 12 years after he started making music.
Well,
10 short years.
well, his song called Fence Post off of this same album,
Talking about what
He-
we're talking about.
or he says, I became an overnight sensation well over 15 years, something like that.
Exactly. 100%.
And I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I heard that he was homeless at one point out in Lubbock.
I don't doubt that, because he was going up and down.
Just
27.
Yeah. Just playing songs to live, man.
He was a college baseball player too, and all that kind of stuff.
You know who was also a college baseball player who we saw sing out in Lubbock? Curtis Grimes.
Where did he play at?
Centenary in
Oh, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah. My dad went there for a semester.
Funny story. I actually had a college class with Curtis Grimes. It was a week-long class, and I
And
was
he
the only
failed.
one who seemed. It was him and his wife, and I was sitting down, and him and his wife walked in, and I was just like,
You're like, I know you.
no one else had any reactions. It took everyone else like 4 days to figure out who he was, and then our
Bruh.
professor figured it out, and he kept making like music
call and roll.
references.
It's Curtis Grimes here. You're like, hey, that sounds like a country artist. No, that's pretty cool. I have a picture with him when he played in Lubbock. Me and this random girl who wanted to be in the picture with us. It's just kind of weird.
Well, he's taken a really interesting like journey, because he
went on The Voice.
Well, he started out on The Voice, all that kind of stuff, and his album Undeniably Country, he has a song. No, not that one. Which one was it? Doing My Time. His song Irresponsible, and so that's, to me, that's a perfect representation.
Ain't nothing wrong with being irresponsible.
Yeah, exactly.
Completely unpredictable.
Highly dysfunctional.
There you go.
But he during that time in his life, he was drinking too much, all this kind of stuff, and then he kind of he found the Lord. He actually stopped playing that song at his concerts because it didn't feel like it represented him
Who he was.
and who he was.
I can feel
But
that.
I mean, since then he's released a worship album or faith-based country album. He just released a worship experience Friday actually. And his song River Road Dream, and let's see
What's that one?
little bit about his daughter.
That song off Undeniably Country, the one about Jesus or whatever. That whenever you kind of got to be in the mood to listen to that. It's not just something you put on shuffle, but
Born to Die.
yeah, Born to Die. That one. Oof. When you you're just chilling, and you listen to that song and you really feel it, kind of hit you. You know. If you're Christian, you know, and that's something you believe in. I'm not forcing nothing on nobody. But yeah, that did put me in the feels a little bit. I had to delete it off my playlist because I've been getting in the feels random parts of the day.
But like his song Had a Thing on the Undeniably Country album. He said, I had a thing with whiskey, women, and weed. Seemed to be all I'd ever need. And
I mean,
it just shows a growth. It's cool to see artists grow throughout their careers. Who's another artist that comes to mind when it comes to growth?
growth
And kind of changing throughout the years and for the time.
Well, I'd say freaking Wetzel. He went from like a party like country guy to like he just plays whatever the hell he wants, you know. And I still like most of his music, but this last album we put out, he was playing some songs. I was like, what the hell is this?
Which one? There's one on there. Well, he always joked around saying about how he will
Drunk Fiddler or something like that.
no something like that. He always joked around saying that he's going to release a country album whenever he turns 30 for his mom.
Yeah, like his first album was Noise Complaint. Like that's some rock and roll Texas. A lot of people don't like him. Like I used to work at this fishing store a long time ago when Coetzel first started getting popular, and there were some older guys in there. They're like, I bet you listen to Coetzel, don't you? I was like, yeah, he's badass. And they're like, that ain't country. I was like, I didn't say it was. I just like his music.
I mean,
but he comes out of Texas, so like that,
right.
You got to support.
Which that's also interesting, is because we call everything like Texas country and all this, but a lot of it is, I like to call Texas rock.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
it fits into the scene.
You can
really well.
You can definitely tell like where music comes from. Like Nashville's got its own sound. Like Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, they got their own sound. Texas, Oklahoma, they got their own sound. You know, Western of that they got their own sound. But you know, we all find common ground in the countryness of it. You know.
Yeah, but anyways, what I was saying was his song "Post Sellout" on the album "Sellout." Did you ever really listen to it?
I'm sure I did. I just don't remember. I listen like when there's an artist I like I really like. I listen to their whole album in the order that they put it in, because to me, like there's nothing wrong with just throwing it on shuffle and finding what you like. But to me, an artist puts together their album in an order for a reason.
Yeah,
they may or may not, but to me, that's just how I listen to it.
I mean, I've talked to a couple artists and asked them like what their thought process is whenever they put songs together on an album, and it varies a lot. I mean, there's albums that you want to have a story to it, which I think Aaron Watson does a great job. A lot of his albums have a storyline, like his Vaquero album. It has like this Tejano feel to it all, and there's a story to it. And then even his Red Bandana album, the opening song.
Favorite one's "Trying Like the Devil."
Well, the opening song on actually El Comienzo de, I don't know how to say that.
Let me read that. I'll read it.
Yeah, there we go. You're
El Comienzo de Viaje. Here we go. I'm part Hispanic.
Yeah.
The whole part.
Anyways, that song just leads into Dark Horse. Josh Abbott Band has another song that does that. I forget which one it is.
The best thing I remember about Josh Abbott, one of my friends told me about it. He's got like a song for every sensation. He's got touch, feel, smell, taste. I want to taste your skin.
I did not notice that.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, but another guy. You know what's funny about Josh Abbott? Speaking of it, I love his music. But we did go to school out in West Texas, and Josh Abbott's from Idalou, which is very near Lubbock. And some of the guys we went to school with actually knew him personally, said he was an asshole.
Hey, we don't talk down.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking. I'm just saying, like, that's interesting. You know, I've never met the guy. I can't attest to nothing.
Okay. My only experience with Josh Abbott is that we saw him at Jab Fest. You remember that?
Right. I got kicked out.
Did you get kicked out that night?
Were you with Ethan and them?
I think so.
Yeah, I got kicked out, and I snuck back in.
Was this the year that William Clark Green was playing?
I don't remember. Couldn't tell you.
Well,
I just
anyways,
remember I fought the sheriff's department.
Anyways, William Clark Green was one of the openers. Like he played right before Josh Abbott, and man, I was jamming out to some William Clark Green.
I love William Clark Green. He's just he still makes good stuff. He's just, I guess, out of his prime nowadays.
I don't know. I mean,
he still plays shows. Like, he still shows up. Like, I went to William Michael Morgan concert at Billy Bob's not too long ago, and he just showed up. You know, that's the kind of stuff he does these days. I'm not saying he's bad. Not saying he's amazing. I still like his stuff. He's just not doing what he used to do.
I just think that there's artists that people gravitate to, and they eventually move on to the next ones. If that makes any sense.
What do you mean? Explain.
Like, I don't think that people stop producing really good music. I think that people will listen to people's music so much and be jamming to it, and then they'll find something new that they like, and they'll start listening to that a lot. Also, there's this thing about like streaming music now, is that you find a song that you like,
got suggestions.
Well, I mean, you like it, and then as new music comes out, as you save new songs, it's farther down, you know, and so you tend to really re-listen to the stuff that's towards the top of your liked songs and all that kind of stuff, and kind of forget about the ones at the bottom.
I'm very guilty of it. I add music to my playlist every day almost. I have like over 1,000 songs in my country playlist, and a lot of times I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to some 90s country or whatever, and you know, there's always old songs I seem to gravitate back to, because to me that was the stuff I grew up, like, that was on the radio, you know, some Alan Jackson, George Strait, you know, things like that. It's just it was on the radio. That's what I grew up listening to, you know, going to my grandpa's ranch, doing things like that.
What do you think about Zach Bryan?
I love him. He's an Oklahoma boy. I love all his music. All his music is so deep and great, but I wish he would put out an upbeat song, because like every song he puts out, it's like like I'm not putting it down in any way, because it is awesome. It is great, but they're all just like slower, meaningful stuff, which is great music. But I wish he put out something upbeat and just something I can rock out to a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little more, another piece of dynamic to his music. Again, I'm not trying to criticize him at all. I just would like to see that from him.
I mean, a lot of his songs do sound the same, but they're all telling different stories.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, I'm not putting it down in any way. They're all great. They're all good in their own way. Every time he comes out with he's even got music on YouTube that haven't been released yet, and I still go find it.
Oh yeah, I mean he's done things the right way, 100%. He's done things his own way, and it's really cool to see because I think it sets an example for other people to do. What do you think about Tristan Merez?
He's a cool guy. I like his music.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. He's kind of short, but I like his music.
I mean, I really started following him. So right around whenever I was listening to a ton of Shotgun Rider before they broke up.
After they were 7 miles south.
Yeah, after they were 7 miles south. Tristan joined the label that they're on.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I saw Shotgun Rider and Tristan Merez in a concert in McKinney, Texas. They were on like a little tour called Neon Nights tour, I think. And this was like the week before Shotgun Rider broke up. Tristan was out there kicking ass. Shotgun Rider came out there, and I mean, Logan Sanford's voice, amazing. But they were having their troubles. I don't want to go too much into it.
No comment.
But shoot, I was in the bathroom and someone
Taking a shit.
No, someone was talking about how they were at a show the week before and they were fighting too, and it's really a shame. And I think that that life on the road gets to a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I've never lived life on the road, but I'm sure it's hard. I mean, you're away from your family. You know, you're pretty much family and friends are your band. You know, just like any family. Like if I was locked up with my brother for I don't know how many months, you know, I've had plenty of fights with my brother, like straight up fights. But at the end of the day, we still love each other. But you know, just you can't get along with everybody all the time.
Yeah, especially in an environment where there's drugs and alcohol and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's got to be tough. I mean, it always kind of makes me wonder what these bands are going through. I mean, like you see, Pecos on the Rooftops right now. They haven't been off the road, and it seems like a year.
When was the last time they had an album out? It was the Red Eye album. That was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
I mean, I know that they're working on stuff, but I think they're just having fun, enjoying life, man.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
But there's a fine line you got to walk, like between having fun and like not going too far.
True. Retweet. Yeah, I mean, those guys definitely like to party.
But it takes a different breed, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You ever seen like these? Like there was a show on Netflix I watched. It was called like The Dirt or something. It was about
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. Man, those guys were partying every single night up till the sun came up. Sleep in, wake up, do the show, do drugs, and party again all night. I was like, bro, like that's fine when I'm 19, 20, 21, but by the time I hit 23, 24, like that shit hurted.
Oh, I know, dude. I know. For sure. Who have you been listening to recently? I know we haven't really been talking much until.
Oh, dude, man!
Here recently.
I throw my thing on shuffle anytime. So I have Apple Music. Oh, you want me to pull it out? Okay,
yeah, pull it out.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's investigate.
All right. Let me see my most recent ads. All right. So we got Cody Johnson because that literally just came out.
Of course.
Flatline Cavalry, their new album, pretty fire.
Welcome to Countryland.
Ryan Wilcox.
Oh, he did release a new one, didn't he?
Yeah.
With the Sunday Shakes.
Yes. Yeah. I actually, speaking of Dolly Shine, I just recently added another Dolly Shine song to my album, Heart Like Mine. Of course, Colby Cooper, Excuses. Warren Zelders, On the Run. Oh, yeah, Zeters. Sorry, can't read. Taylor McCall.
Yes, dude. His, which one? Highway Will?
I did God's Old Tomb.
Oh, God's Old Tune. I had that one a
Sweet
while ago,
song,
dude.
yeah.
You got to keep up, man.
Yeah, well, no. Like, so it's just like I discover and then rediscover. Like, I listen to it and like, oh, that's a good song. And then like, I'm like, oh, that was a damn good song. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've really, like, I really like his music. I don't know where he's from, but let's see.
Slade Coulter is another one.
Hell yeah, Lubbock boy.
Yeah.
Talk to him about his single "Hey Mary" a couple months ago.
Yeah, Hey Mary. I love that song. I was out, so I got showed that song by this girl. We both were working the night shift, and I was on my way, like running lights and sirens to a call, and she sent it to me. I was like, oh, let me put it on, you know. And I was jamming to that song. It was actually a pretty good uplifting song. I was nice.
What do you think about Parker McCollum's new stuff that he's been putting out?
I mean, I feel like it's his stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I mean, it's a little better produced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's far off from his bass.
Right.
To be honest, the first time I heard Parker McCollum, I thought he sounded kind of whiny. But you know, that's part of him, and I do like his music. I'm not putting down his music at all. Like, that was my first impression, and you know, all the girls are in love with him because he's a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
Retweet.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, if I was alone in a room with him, I'd probably like touch him or something.
But so Parker's new album called Gold Chain Cowboy comes out July
Cowboy.
30th.
Cowboy.
And he released the first single off of it called Rest of My Life. It was interesting. Did you get a chance to listen to it very much?
I listened to all this stuff. All this stuff is pretty good. Is this better?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was far away from the mic. All this stuff is great. You know, I'm not a hater, but I'm also not a lover. You know, I like his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's anytime his new music comes out, I'm like, oh, awesome, great, like I love it. Let me add it to my playlist. But you know, I'm not a lover of him. I think him and Coetzel are like bros, like bromance gay, like no homo, but kind of gay.
But don't you wish that, like,
I mean, like, I have people that I'm bromance, like no homo, kind of gay with.
you're cheating on me?
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, okay, good. Let's see. Who else we want to talk about a little bit? Have you listened to very much of the new Miranda Lambert stuff?
The last Miranda Lambert song I listened to was "Settling Up."
Settling Up. Okay. Well, she got together with Jack Ingram and John Randall. I think that Nashville has really started to like recognize the talent out here in like Texas.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of funny. So like in Texas, like we've had these guys playing shows, and they're playing big shows here in Texas.
Oh yeah.
But they go somewhere else, and they're hardly known.
It's because they don't get the national radio attention.
Exactly, and like one of my friends.
But I guarantee you, Cody Johnson has a bigger fan base than most of Nashville's like artists.
Yeah, name one artist that has more. I can't even think of an artist in Nashville right now.
Maybe Luke Combs.
Who's that? JK, I love Luke. Hurricane. Remember we were singing Hurricane while we were working out?
Maybe like a Blake Shelton.
Yeah, Blake Shelton's good.
Yeah, but
I have no complaints.
Morgan Wallen, of course. But I mean, like the lower tier of the Nashville artists, like below them, below superstardom. I really like that you hear on the radio all the time, the hit songs, whatever. Cody Johnson, guarantee has a bigger fan base.
Yeah,
like Billy Currington. Billy Currington has some damn good songs that they've been classics for years, but a Billy Currington could not sell out a show like Cody Johnson.
Doing something right,
baby. No, that's not. that's Josh Turner.
Never like them doors. let me drink some whiskey straight so I can get this hair on my chest so I can get that low.
Dude, like you ever wake up in the morning and you're like, Man, my voice is low.
Oh yeah, that's why I like to call the girls and be like, "What's up, baby?" And they're like, "Oh my gosh, your morning voice, so good, so good."
Oh shoot, dude!
I'm all wet now.
Don't tell me that.
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
Another beer?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm still good. Been talking too much. Well, shoot, man.
Thank you, man.
What's your take on Riley Green?
I love him.
Oh, he's super good, and he's gotten very Nashvilleized, but he's from Alabama.
Yeah, so, like he's got, like I said when I was talking about the people from the Texas Red Dirt scene's got their own sound. You know, Alabama, Georgia, they got their own sound.
He's like in between to me.
To me, he's got that Alabama, Georgia sound. You know.
Yeah, but I think the Alabama, Georgia sound,
Like a John Langston sound.
is more similar to John Langston is similar to Texas. Like it's not as close to Nashville as it is to Texas.
I mean, I would agree, but you can definitely tell. That's like they've got their own sound. It's good.
Do you see that him, Dierks Bentley, and Parker McCollum were touring together? You didn't see that?
I don't know about nothing about no concerts, bro.
Oh yeah, you said that. I stopped paying attention. Yo, what about Hardy? You like Hardy?
He's like a more redneck Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
I mean, I like his style. Like he's got the mullet and the big glasses.
Dude, I think he is easily probably the best rider in Nashville. One of them.
Why do you say that?
He's up there.
Give me a reason.
He co-writes on all kinds of songs. He was writing hit songs before he was even putting out his own. Let's do Hardy song.
He's from Mississippi, ain't he?
Written. I don't know. You look it up. I'm looking up someone else.
Hey Siri, where's Hardy from?
Oh, it's not Cardi B.
Cardi.
Body, yeah.
Body like a wait, that's not a Cardi B.
He wrote Florida Georgia Line single "Simple," "Talk You Out of It." He wrote "God's Country," and "Hell Right," "Dropped" by Dallas Smith, Chris Lane's "I Don't Know About You," Jameson Rogers' "Some Girls." So I mean, he's writing hit songs left and right in Nashville. Let's say, look. He wrote "Up Down" for Morgan Wallen.
That was
This
a Florida
Bar.
Georgia Line.
Oh yeah. No, Up Down's like
Up Down's Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen and Florida Georgia Line. He wrote "Sand in My Boots."
That's a good song.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, his songwriting to me is really in depth. Did you know his song "A Rock"? Did you ever listen to it?
I don't think I heard it.
I'm gonna try and play it, and hopefully it doesn't.
I would say Morgan Wallen has that quality. Like they're.
I mean, yeah.
Like he says.
But they're like best buds, so I'm sure
he says some. Did you pause it?
May or may not have tried to play a song and it paused the recording. Anyways, but yeah. Anyways,
we're gonna say never mind. I'm playing that song.
It's pretty good. Okay, non-country wise, who are some of your favorites?
Non-country ones?
Yeah. You're like, oh.
Give me a genre. I mean, I like me some Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I like me some like AC/DC.
Okay.
I like me some, I don't know, some classic rock.
Dude, I've been listening to a ton of the Eagles lately.
You know, have you heard Travis Tritt's "Take It Easy"? The remake of the Eagles?
I think so.
Song? Take it easy. I love both versions, but I really like the Travis Tritt one.
Well, from like talking to a lot of artists, whenever I ask who they find influences from, a lot of them name the Eagles, which is pretty interesting.
I can see that. I mean, Cody Johnson has Eagles in one of his songs.
Oh yeah. Which one? Monday Morning.
Monday Morning. Wednesday is Eagle.
Let's see who. It's hard to find non-country songs on here.
Have you heard Ian Munczyk stuff?
Dude, Ian Munczyk he's interesting. I mean, he has a high
pitched
voice.
that you wouldn't think he would be a country singer.
From where's he from?
Wyoming.
Montana,
Wyoming.
Yeah.
I think. I may be
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
It's got-
We'll go with it.
yeah.
We'll go with it.
I'm North. He's a Yankee.
But he's definitely an interesting one, and he started to find some commercial success here recently, with his newest album. And did you know that he started out like in a family band?
He's pretty young. How old is he?
I mean,
He looks like he's
just
like
got married.
20.
He's got to be like 26, 27.
Nah, he looks pretty young.
20. Nah. I don't know.
Because he put out... Did you find it?
His Spotify bio: breathing fresh Rocky Mountain air into the Nashville music scene, Ian Munczyk is pioneering a new brand of country. The Wyoming-born singer-songwriter upbringing was a mix of working the ranch and working with crowds. I'm gonna stop that.
So how old is he?
I don't know. It doesn't have his birthday on Spotify.
Golly. You had
Come
one
on,
job,
Spotify.
Boy.
Put birthdays on
You
there.
have one job, boy. So anyways,
Oh, am I the look-up person?
well, yeah, you got the iPad. He put out, Fleetwood Mac song, Dreams. He put out his own version of it.
Oh, that one was really good and it went viral on TikTok.
So he put out two versions of it. He put out like the stripped down version, which is just like acoustic,
Mm-hmm.
pretty good, and then his regular version of it, still pretty good.
Yeah.
It's on my playlist. I love me some Fleetwood Mac, like some
Oh, yeah, Fleetwood
Dreams,
Mac's
some
good.
Chain. You know, thunder only happens when it's raining, bud.
How do you know?
That's what they said.
You just can believe everything that they say?
If it's on the internet, it's true. Don't you know that? That's what Joe Biden said.
Oh, yeah. Let's listen to that guy. Let's listen to that guy. Have you listened to Morgan Wade?
I couldn't say I have.
Bitch. Can I say that? I don't
Female dog.
know. Morgan Wade is super
Show
interesting.
me his
dude.
picture. I probably have.
It's a girl.
Oh, shit. Never mind. How many Morgans do we know there, dudes? That we just keep thinking are dudes, but Morgan's a girl's name. Golly.
Anyway, she's all tatted up, man, and she is one of the most talented artists I've seen in a while.
Tatted AF.
She just released her debut album Reckless after releasing a bunch of singles, but she's a recovering drug addict, and all of her songs, you can tell, come from a really deep place. You'll just have to check it out sometime. You'll have to check it out sometime.
I'll check it out today. You don't even gotta wait. We'll write it down.
Yeah. I don't know. But what else do you want to talk about, man? Before we close it down.
Man, it's been a good session.
It has been a good session.
It's good to reunite with you. I mean, if y'all don't know, Reed and I went out to school together out in Western Texas. And I was living in Fort Worth. He was living in Dallas. He ended up transferring out here east to East Texas Baptist. That's where he graduated. And he's been doing this business ever since, and he's been out here ever since. And I've been in North Texas. I recently just moved out here, so.
Yeah, but thank you for y'all listening and all that kind of stuff. This is just a kind of reuniting session. But look forward to getting back and doing these really regularly in person, having some in-person interviews. And now that COVID's kind of on the downhill slide.
We were doing this on Zoom or whatever, and it worked. But I feel like we're not talking over each other as much.
Yeah,
I think it's better.
This is much better, but
better outlet.
This was like, we didn't plan this out at all, but we'll put it together for y'all. We got some cool things coming. Just y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe.
Stay tuned. Visit the website. Support your local artist.
Yep. Go to some concerts. All that. Drink some beer.
Cheers.
Have a good time.
Gunpowder and pussy.